Okay, next steps for me at least. What do I grab onto for next steps? Because I want to go deep on this for a little bit. I'm already thinking I want to try to go deep on everybody that I think about and, judge or put up, and to try to go deeper and find out what that says about me to make sure I'm even more authentic. But what's the next step people should take if something like this has piqued their curiosity?
Well, on my website, drdemartini.com, I have a value determination process. It's free, it's private, complimentary. It's just because I really believe that is one of the most significant things they could do to start their journey, is get really truthful about what is important to them. Because I have asked thousands of people, and I think I mentioned this maybe last time we did this, if you go and ask people how many want to be financially independent, everybody puts their hand up. And they all believe they want to be financially independent. But their life doesn't demonstrate it. Their life demonstrates that they're buying immediate gratifying consumables that depreciate in value. They're not buying things that are up in value, going up. So they're buying things that are risky, and they're buying things that depreciate. So what they say they want and what their life demonstrates is not the same. So most people don't know their values. They think they know them. And they're saying integrity and truth and this and that. And it's a bunch of social idealisms that they're subordinating to because they don't want to be rejected, and all those fears are running it. So this is a way of filtering past those facades and getting into what the core motives are for people to find out what they really value. Because the guy said, I don't know what my purpose is, and 5 minutes later he's clear and he's got tears in his eyes. He did know. So the first step is starting and getting an idea of what really is your priorities in life, and what really is spontaneously inspiring for you to do to begin the journey of structuring your life towards that. Because that is where you won't let yourself down. That's where you will, nobody has to motivate somebody externally to do what their highest value is. I use an example of a kid who loves video games, right? His highest value is video games, so he does video games spontaneously. You don't have a mother saying, Johnny, stop doing your chores and do that as video games. But you have it the other way around. Stop doing the video games to do the chores. So the mother projects what she wants onto the child. The child's doing what the child wants to do. And now if she uses the punishment and reward mechanism, you can't play the video games unless you do your homework, and you can't, and when you finish your homework and you can play the video games, she'll use extrinsic motivation according to his highest values to get him to do what she wants. But if all of a sudden he finds out what he wants, now in this case it could be video games, it could be soccer or whatever, doesn't matter what is their dream. At that moment, that's what their dream is. It may change in 6 months or a year, because every 3 months it's wise to go through the values to look, because they're morphing. They're changing through your life. I want to be a baseball player when I was 3. I want to be a surfer when I was 13. And now this, maybe when I'm 100, I'll want to be an international sex symbol or something. There's no evidence of that one though. But the reality is, if you look at what your hierarchy of values are, you will then understand why you do what you do. You will understand how you're projecting and you're valuing things. Because if you have your highest value is mothering, for instance, and you're 35 years old and you have 3 kids under the age of 5, and your highest value is mothering, if you walk in a mall, you're going to spot children's clothes, children's entertainment items, children's health items, children's books, children's, health, any entertainment, anything for the children that you feel are important to the children, you're going to spot. Why? Because all sensory information in the spine and all sensory information to the brainstem pass through the thalamus, and it's a relay station up into the cortex. And that pulvinar nuclei of the thalamus is a gating and filtering mechanism, and the hierarchy of your values is filtering and gating what information you perceive. Because you can't see it all, you'll be overwhelmed by infinity. So you have to select a bias to get information. The hierarchy of your values is dictating what you see. So if your highest value is mothering, you see children's stuff. But the husband who has the same 3 children, if he's an entrepreneur, if he walks in the mall, he can't see children's stuff. He sees books and he sees business and computers and which stores to buy stock in. He will filter his reality according to his values. And so anytime you are living congruently with the highest values, you get the maximum filter and you see life as a synchronous opportunity. But anytime you're trying to do something that isn't matching highest values, you can't see the opportunities. You can't act on them. You procrastinate. You hesitate. You frustrate. You're not disciplined, reliable, and focused, and not synchronous. So the first place is to start by identifying what's really, really valuable to people and start structuring your life by dedicating to the highest and delegating lowers. And that's a step-by-step process. I started doing the delegation process at age 27 after reading that book. In 18 months, I had myself and one assistant when I opened up my practice. I read that book 18 months later, and I had a 970 square foot little office. 18 months later, I had a 5,000 square foot office, 5 doctors, 12 staff members, and I was doing presentations to generate patients. I had my own TV show that was going on at the time. I was out there speaking and generating notoriety in business and getting things known around America. And I was making net full was 10 times that, and I was only doing what I love doing, which is speaking and working with the highest quality clients. I delegated all other clients down, only clients that had influence, the CEOs and the top people and the celebrities and the football players stuff. I worked with the people that had the greatest influence because I wanted to surround myself with people that had influence, and I delegated everything down the ranks based on their values and what they wanted to do. And tenfold increase in business and launched all kinds of opportunities as a result of that. And I realized that why would I do something lower that devalues me? When I devalue me, so does the world.
Wow, so powerful. All right, you give me a lot to think about. And I think for some reason, this time you're here, I'm more receptive to a lot of what you're saying, although last time you kind of blew me away too. I'm gonna go deep on all this stuff because I can see that the more aligned I am to my true values. I'm getting there, but I know I can get closer. And I know I can evaluate everything that I think, the infatuations I have, and I know all that. So I'm gonna go deeper. Final thoughts from you, Dr. Demartini, for people out there, for people that heard something here and maybe want to take their lives to the next level, or anything else we missed. Final thoughts from you.
Final thoughts, this is my last thought. As I've said before, the magnificence of who you truly are is far greater than any fantasies you'll impose on yourself. Giving yourself permission to be you really is not, most people don't find that easy. They are concerned about what the world thinks. Ernest Becker wrote a magnificent book called The Denial of Death. And he talked about the immortality quest. And he said there were 2 basic pathways for the immortality quest. One was the individual hero and one was the collective hero. The individual hero is the one that actually makes the biggest difference in the world. They're the legacy leaders. And the others are the ones that conform and fit in. And and if you ask anybody, you can ask 1 million people and you'll get 1 million responses. How many of you want to make a difference? Every hand will go up. I was in the Krugersdorp prison, speaking in maximum security prison. The headlines in the newspaper said, Demartini returns to prison. That's media for you. And I go there and I'm speaking to 1,000 maximum security inmates. These are 25 years to life sentences. I'm standing on a little plastic stool. It's about 1 foot high, so I can see over them because a lot of them are taller than me. I had 6 guards around me, and the warden lead me into the center of the room, surrounded by all these people. And I asked him, I said, no matter what you've been through, no matter what you've gone through, no matter what experiences you had, how many of you deep inside still have an inspiration to want to make a difference? Every hand went up within a 0.5 billionth of a second. It's innate within us to want to make a contribution and difference. So we can't make a difference to the degree that we subordinate and infiltrate our own values with the values we've injected from people we put on pedestals. So as long as we subordinate to others, we cloud the clarity of our real mission. So that's why giving yourself permission to follow your mission and not get caught in omissions and commissions and have admission and transmission on a higher level, giving yourself permission is a whole lot more valuable than subordinating to try to please the illusions of people and facades that you've subordinated to. So be willing to give yourself permission to be an unborrowed visionary, as Ayn Rand said, and not a borrowed visionary. Allow the voice and the vision on the inside to be louder than all opinions on the outside, and you begin to master your life.
Okay. It's got to be one of my top 10 conversations I've ever had. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dr. Demartini, such powerful stuff. You give me at least something to think about for the next year. And thanks for doing everything you're doing. Thanks for keep traveling the world and keep spreading. This is an amazing message.
Thank you.
And I really appreciate everything about you.
Thank you for helping me get this message out.
Dude, all the pleasure. Let's do this again soon. All right?
Great.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim, watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline. I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up. If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you going to do? What's the choice that you're going to make?